Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel once again. I just want to say Happy New Year to every one of us. This year is going to be a great year for us, and it's 2025. Believe you me, 2024 is gone, and it is gone forever. You know, the last program we did, we talked about timing. If there's anything you're going to hold dear to your heart in this 2025, is your time. Time is money. Time waits for no one. Before we proceed, don't forget, my name is Teriman Okudli-Sidanel, and this is your platform called Schoolhouse. Schoolhouse is a place where we educate through entertainment. Don't forget that. We educate through entertainment. Schoolhouse, meaning you have the both formal and the informal, but in comparison, it has to do with your environment. That's where everything is going to be beneficial to every one of us. Like I was saying, we talked about timing in 2024. Now, let me give us a little story of what happened. We have a project in our hand, and one of the vendors who came, around to saying that we need to pay him some money so that he can complete his project. And something came out from his mouth that shocked me. He said, because the last time you paid me, it was last year. Since last year you have not paid me any money. I was shocked, and I was like almost going to fume, like, why do you say such? I just paid you last week. And the guy said, last week? Last year? And it dawned on me that 2024 is gone and will never come back again. Please, make good use of your time. Now, we talked about being learned and being educated. Sometimes we seem not to understand the both subjects, being learned and being educated. Now, let me just bring forth who is educated. Educated person is somebody who has acquired knowledge, skill. It might be through formal or informal setting. He has acquired knowledge to help him to process whatever he wants to do in life, personal or interpersonal. Now, whenever an individual has acquired knowledge in any field, that means that person is educated. It might be through apprenticeship, like I said before, through formal or informal setting. He's educated, and this is an individual who can do critical thinking when it comes to that field which he has, learned one or two things from. He's educated. Now, it's not about language. No, it's not about language. You might know how to speak a certain language, and somebody comes to say, oh, you speak in vernacular. That's not what it's supposed to be. Though that's topic for another day. What is vernacular and what is not vernacular? So in this segment that we're going to touch on being educated, the next segment, I'm going to talk again on being learned. Then after which we'll just have to compare the both to find our bearing. But whichever place you find yourself, let me just tell you, you are not found wanting. The only thing needed in life is make good use of that which you've gotten. Who is educated? I once talked to a professor by name Professor Waneri during one of my interviews back then, and I asked him, Professor, before the coming of the Europeans, the blacks, can we say that we've been educated before the coming of the white men? You know what he told me? He said, yes. Yes, we have. If we have not been educated, how do we know our names? If we have not been educated, how do we know our creditors and our debtors? If we've not been educated, how do we know the days of the week? If we have not been educated, how do we know how many children we give birth to? How do we know how to do buying and selling, whether it's in terms of trade by barter or whatever means? But the truth is that the Africans, the blacks, the Nigerians, we have been educated before the coming of the whites. So have you have anybody in your line who's telling you the blacks were living on mango trees before the coming of the Europeans? That's a big lie. That's a big lie from the pit of hell. The truth is that education has nothing really to do with the four walls of the school. Education has nothing to do with your level of speaking, your eloquence in speaking. Education has nothing to do with you learning. I don't know, I'm going to put it now. You know, sometimes we seem to belittle ourselves when people say, go and sit down, you're not educated. No, you are. Because, you know what I'm saying this? Not being educated into some people's life has been something that has put them back. Not being able to move ahead. In a nutshell, what do I call it? Inferiority complex. Somebody must have said to you in the time past, look at this illiterate. He's not educated. No, my brother, the truth is that you are educated. Somebody came to my office to look for a job, and I told them, please go and put up an application. You know what they said? They said, sir, we cannot write application. But even before they said that, I saw it on their faces. I said, don't forget, we are not concerned now about your level of English speaking. Do you know why? It's not every position that requires English speaking. No. It's not every position that requires you meeting up with clients. It's not every position that requires you meeting up with customers. No, there are places where you can function. You know, when I told them that, you know what they said? They said, oh, thank you, sir, we are happy. We're happy, and we're going to write it, and we're going to bring it the next day. 2025, they have moved out of their shell. Now, what was supposed to limit them was their level of literacy. Now, imagine they meet up with somebody who do not even understand what it takes to be learned and to be educated. The person would have said, since you cannot write, go home. What happens? They go back to their shell, which they were coming from in 2024. They'll be limited. But thank God they met with somebody who knows what it takes to be educated and what it takes to be learned. So I spoke to them, and they brought in the application. The application might not be what you're expecting. No, but they have indicated their interest on what actually they want to do. And what they want to do is something that the company can take them in and they will function. Some jobs need strength. Some jobs need critical thinking. Don't forget, it's not everybody that goes to the four walls of the school can give you a critical thinking that you need to move your job to the next level. No, we have people who passed through school, but school didn't pass through them. So what am I trying to bring to our way this morning? What I'm bringing our way this morning is that you cannot die in silence because somebody has told you that you are an illiterate. The truth is that you are not. You are educated in that field which you are, and it's only you who can move with that education of yours in that field and make prosperity come across your way. Don't feel bad in this 2025. Move out of your shell. Inferiority complex should not hold you down. No, this is not the time for you to move in that same circle and believe that you cannot move forward. So being educated is acquiring knowledge on different fields. It might be formal, it might be informal. We have so many apprentices who have gone through the learning, the rigorous part of learning. They've learned skills, but the truth is that they might not be able to communicate in a certain language which some people want them to communicate. But that does not mean that they cannot communicate. They can communicate in their local language. And that's why we have so many people who uses translator and so many people who does the job of what? Interpretation. So don't go in 2025 believing that you cannot make it because you cannot speak the other language. My brother, we are here to get you through. We are here to get you know what it takes for you to move to the next level. You are educated. Let nobody put that you're not educated. You are educated. Move with that zeal of yours, which made you pass through that apprenticeship. Some 5 years, some 6 years. Are you going to tell me that after you've passed through this rigorous learning, you're coming out and somebody is telling you you are not educated, and you pack those things and throw them into being, and you go out being frustrated? No. Please, my brother, please, my sister, this is 2025. I want you to buckle up and tell everybody who comes across your way, I am educated in this field. You can go to look for a job and somebody will tell you, do you have any form of education? Yes, I do. Skill acquisition in this aspect is a form of education. So even if you've not passed through the 4 walls of school, even if you don't have certificate, what do you have? The Bible said, I'll bless the works of your hands. So that which you have acquired is part of your education. Make use of it, and don't forget, as you prosper, try to get others to prosper with you. Don't be a dumping ground, somebody who learns and refuses to teach others. No. This is Schoolhouse, where we get people to do that which is right, to learn that which is right, educate them through entertainment. And once they come out, they will change their world for good. Don't forget, my name is Terryman Okodilisi Daniel, and in case you're coming across this program for the first time, what do? Go and click on the subscription button. If you are our regular viewer on this program, don't forget, click on like button, share, and let this go viral. You never know, this can help somebody in this 2025 to coming out of their shell and moving their world forward and change their life for good. The next time we're going to come your way, I'm going to talk about being learned. Wow, somebody must have been thinking, if somebody who has skill, who has something, he has gone to school or informal learning, what's the difference between this learning now and being educated? That's what we're going to talk the next time. So don't forget, always click, share, and let it go viral to other people who needs it. Till I come your way next time, keeping on. Thank you, and bye for now.